Okay, so I get the question all the time. When should I quit my 9-to-5 job and go full-time in real estate? I cannot wait to answer this question. But before I do that, like, subscribe, hit the follow button, and then boom, I'm going to help you go from 0 to 7 figures. I'm Chris Craddock, your real estate coach. Let's go get it. All right, so you're 9 to 5. I just had a conversation with a buddy of mine who is making about $80,000 a year in his 9 to 5, and he's like, man, Chris, I really would like to quit, but I don't want to give up my $80,000 salary. It's my safety net, right? And I asked him, how much are you making in real estate right now? And he said, I'm making close to that right now. And I said, and that's part-time. And he said, yeah. I was like, so in your part-time, you're making as much as you are in your full-time, right? And he said, yeah. So I said, what happens if all of a sudden you got your 40 hours back? Would you then be able to make more money than you're making now and you're investing in real estate business? And he said, well, absolutely. But what if things go wrong? What if things don't happen? And at that point, I just said, my friend, you've got to learn to bet on yourself. Right now, this is great. But on the other hand, I'll tell you, this is one that I see all the time that I would counsel you not to quit. Okay, so here is when you don't quit. If you have not made a cent in real estate, right? So Gary Keller says you lead with revenue, right? So don't get the dream, don't get the vision, don't get the idea, man, I'm going to quit my job and I'm going to go all in and do this before you've made a cent. Make money first and then you start running with it, okay? So that's the key. Make money first and then start running with it. So when you are looking at when to quit your job, you only quit when you know that you can replace your income with real estate. If you get close to it, you don't have to even fully replace it. If you get close to it, because then you know that with an extra 40 hours, you can then blow up the business, right? In a good way, not a bad way. So that is how you look at it. You say, okay, so if you make $100,000 a year, you know your time is worth $50 an hour, right? Boom, that is where it is. So if you know that's the baseline. So if you're making $100,000 with your 9 to 5 and you are working 40 hours with your 9 to 5 and you're making $80,000 with your part-time real estate business, then you know you can just look at your hours and say, okay, if I were to swap those hours over, then I can make more money way over the $100,000 that I was making before. And I'm making more per hour. You may say back, this is the argument, well, I get nervous because what happens if I've already tapped out all I can do? Well, that's a scarcity-minded mindset, right? We're abundance-minded people. And you may say, oh, well, I got to put food on the table, and being abundance-minded doesn't put food on the table. Yes, it does. That is the difference between people that are not wanting to run with their business and people that are running with their business and making a lot of money. If you're scarcity minded, you will never make those jumps. You'll never make those decisions to say, okay, right now at my 9 to 5, I'm making $50 an hour. Right now in my part-time business, I'm making $40 an hour. At that point, you can say, okay, like $40, or sorry, at my 9 to 5, I'm making $50 an hour. In my part-time business, I'm making $80 an hour. If you're making $40 an hour in your real estate business and you're making $50 an hour in your W-2, don't quit, right? You're looking at dollar per hour because that is it. The marketplace is going to reward you for what you do. Now, here's the thing. I can promise you, like I work hard and I'm tired at the end of the day. But I also used to do landscaping. I used to work with my hands. And I'll tell you what, people digging ditches, which is what I've done at times in my life. When I was in college, I did that. I came home and I was more tired then than I almost have ever been, even in long, hard days, because it was physically grueling. But you know where I got more money, got paid more? It wasn't when I was working with my hands. It was when I've been working with my head solving problems. So that is the key. The marketplace is going to reward you for the problem you solve, right? I'm digging with my hands, right? I'm digging out whatever it is, a pit to retain water or whatever it is. I can make more money if I had a machine that comes in and does that. But again, it's not a small group of people that are doing that in the world. Like literally anybody with 2 arms and 2 legs can dig a pit, right? It's true. Now it's hard. It's hard work, but how many people can solve the problems with your specialty knowledge, right? How many people can go in and find a home seller that has a complex issue that needs to be solved? Well, when you can solve a problem for a higher dollar reward, you're going to make more money. So that is how we look at our business, right? We're saying, okay, I get paid more for the bigger the problems that I solve. And that's why you look at somebody like Elon Musk, right? He has the most money in the world, right? Well, what problems has he solved? He solved how to have electric cars, right? Well, the world obviously has said, yes, this is valuable to me. He's solved how do you go into space? I don't even know how you monetize space yet, but somehow they're doing it, right? But the world is saying you're solving problems and we're going to pay you to do that. So that is the deal. That's why Elon Musk makes more than anybody else. So when you're asking yourself, should I quit my 9 to 5? Is your job providing a higher dollar per hour income in your part-time job than it is in your full-time job? And if it is, you quit. If it's not, you get better at your part-time job until your dollar per hour goes up. When it goes up, that's when you make the decision that you can quit. But until it does, keep working both and get better at your part-time job until you can make more money. That's it. Simple equation. Go kill it. Boom.